Hello there everyone, and welcome to yet another fly tying video. My name is Daniel, and today we're gonna tie a fairly simple fly that is kind of a bit like some of the squirmy wormy patterns and stuff. This is actually a really old fly. It's a fly, I don't know if it predates the squirmy wormies or because I don't know how old they are, but basically this is a fly invented by a really famous Danish sea trout fisherman, Claus E. And basically, as I said, it's a simple fly, but it's a fly that just has, for some reason, an almost magical appeal to trouts all over. It's simple. It consists of a couple of rubber legs and then some dubbing, but it just catches a lot of fish, and also it works really well in a lot of different colors. This is just some of the color schemes, but you can spice things up and change to whatever color scheme you think. It's just the ideal, the base of this fly that is so deadly. And actually I caught a lot of fish on this fly. This was one of the first flies I ever caught sea trout on the coast in Denmark on. So it has a special place in my heart. I really enjoy fishing with the Fyggi, and it's, as I said, basically just deadly. Here goes. Here we go. Now we're gonna tie the Fyggi. So basically we just attach the thread, and then here we use an Eric's curved Gammarus hook, and I'm gonna tie a bit into the bend of this hook. Basically this is a fairly simple fly, but it's a very deadly and highly efficient fly. Perhaps it's also a fly that could be used in the same way as the San Juan worms and the squirmy wormy and stuff. I think it probably has some of the same appeal as those types of flies. At least we see this really catches a lot of sea trout in Denmark. So basically I took one of the orange round rubber legs here, and then I doubled it. And then I'm gonna tie this in here a bit into the bend of the hook. So I'll have the two of the ends here pointing backwards, and then the rest of it forwards. There we go. Ah! That did not work as intended. There we go. Just gonna apply some tying thread to make sure that it's there now, so we're not gonna do that again. There we go. And basically what I'm gonna do is just fasten this and hold the rubber legs forward, and then take the tying thread all the way up to the eye, where where we're gonna finish the fly, but where also the rubber legs are gonna be pointing forward, basically like this. And then I'm gonna apply some tying thread to all of this to make sure that it stays in place and exactly where I want it to be. Folding this down, and as you can see, you can easily just pop that into wherever you want it. I want it to be in a V on top of the hook, just standing out like that. Then I'm gonna take some. Then I'm gonna double the tying thread to make a dubbing loop. And of course, I need this to be starting just where the rubber leg's tail is starting. Then I'm gonna move all my tying thread all the way up to the eye again, back to the front of the fly. And then I'm gonna take some dubbing, and for this I'm gonna use the ghost shrimp colored mega semi seal from Spawn, which basically is a bit longer in the fibers than the just the semi-seal, and it's perfect for a fly like this, and for any type of shrimp patterns, or where any type of pattern where you want a bit of a bulky body that has kind of, you know, where you pick out a lot of the dubbing to create a fluffy body that is transparent and see-through ish, if that's a word. Then I'm gonna take my dubbing reel. I'm using the CF1 today because I left my SM Hain back home, but this will do the trick as well. Basically just make your dubbing loop work like that, and then it's just easy to just wound away. The ghost shrimp with fluorescent orange is a really nice color for all types of crustaceans and shrimps and just anything like that. It just looks so awesome on the hook, but also in the water. These fluorescent filaments that are in here, they light completely up under the UV light, and I'm sure that they have some kind of almost magical appeal to trouts, because whenever we use these in shrimps and in other patterns, the pattern just catches a lot of fish. So it's a great dubbing. Basically what I did there was a whip finish, and I'm gonna cut off the thread here, and well, basically the fly is done. It's not a difficult fly, but it's a really awesome fly that just, it fishes great, it catches just a ton of fish. And as I said, you can of course spice things up with this pattern in any way you like. You can change the color scheme. I've had a lot of luck with this in completely brown as well. In olive, this works very well as well. Or with you know, even with lesser colored antennae of maybe white rubber legs or clear rubber legs, works like a charm as well. So this is kind of a base pattern that just for some reason, I think it's due to the rubber legs, just catches an enormous amount of fish. Is very easy and cheap to tie. So basically there's not much of an excuse, but basically there you have it, the Fyggi. There you have it, the complete fly. As I said, simple as, yeah, very simple, but highly efficient. You can find the material kit to this version of the Fyggi and all the other flies you find here on this YouTube channel in our web shop. It's called Nordic Anglers, and there is a link just underneath the video here as well. It would mean a lot to us if you would, you know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and, you know, ring the bell and all that sort of shenanigans. Well, basically that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We wish you the best of luck out on the water.